right? And you always see the guy with the headphones, right? He's like doing this, and sometimes you wonder, well, what is he doing back there? A lot of times, what he's doing is he's matching the tempo of a track that he's queuing up, that he's going to start mixing with the song that's playing out to the audience, and so he'll begin to mix it in, and so not only are you matching tempo and you're locking that in, but the good DJs also will start to match melodies, and they'll say, okay, I'm hearing something here that meshes with what's going on here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that in, and it's almost like you've got a brand new song and you've been blending 2, 3, and if you're a great DJ, sometimes 4, maybe even 5 different kinds of songs together, or maybe it feels like a mashup or something like that. But that's kind of DJ 101 basics, is learn how to beat match, make sure your melodies are in line, because there's nothing worse than hearing a song in a certain key and it's clashing with a song in another key. So yeah.
If you're aspiring to be a DJ, just make sure with a good positive outlook, you take constructive criticism, even from friends, because a lot of times people put out mixes and they DJ, and like what Tim's saying, they're mixing melodies like crazy. So can you imagine the Newsboys, God's Not Dead, and another track in the middle of the chorus just mixing on top of each other? Everyone in the crowd would be like, well, I like this song and I like this song, but together and at the same time it doesn't really sound that great. But that's what DJs do. They're playing songs at the same time. You have to like know when to play the song and then how to mix the new one in. You definitely do not want to mix melodies. Does that make sense? Some melodies like overlap nicely, but a lot of times, especially aspiring DJs, they just mix and play things that are in 2 different keys. Especially with the new technology we have, we can do mashups, which means going into the studio and putting 2 songs on top of each other and now calling it one song. And people do that all the time and the key is off. So you just want to make sure it's in the right key. So as a worship leader or as a musician, you know this song's in G or this one's in A. You just want to make sure that those match as much as possible. But more importantly than that even is just what Tim said about beat matching. With the technology, you don't have to. There's something called a sync button, and you just push sync. And there's another thing called cue points, and you just push buttons. And that's cool. We like technology. But if you really want to know the roots and really want to be prepared if your technology fails in a live situation, make sure you know how to beat match, which basically is like just by hearing the beat of the other record that's playing to everyone else, know how to like do the pitch adjustment to get it on beat. Does that make sense? So this is an example. This is a pitch adjuster right here. Yeah, you speed it up or slow it down. You can hear the tempo change. So based on what the original track is, the one you're listening to in your headphones, you want to make sure it's on beat with the one that's coming in. And some of you guys know the theory behind this, but in dance music, every 8 measures is a transition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, and then it starts over. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 1, 2, 3, 4, that's when you want to start your next record. Also with the melodies clashing and the beats clashing, if your timing is off, it also clashes. So there's 3 things just to take home in your mind. Number 1, learn to beat match. Number 2, make sure your melodies aren't clashing in crazy different keys. It's okay to change keys, but just don't overlap them too heavily when it's off key. And number 3, make sure you're starting it on the right timing. So 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I'm dropping the new track in, and now they're both going together. And then I can start to change the volumes. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions so far?